Okay, so you've decided you want to date. Like many of us, you want companionship because but not be firewood. So you want to love and you want to be loved.
That's right. My name is Kamar, and this is my wife, Patience. And here are 5 tips that we think would be very important before even stepping foot into dating.
So think about these as your prerequisites to dating.
That's right. Tip number 1, work on yourself. Many of the problems in a relationship won't be the other person's fault. Sadly, it will be yours. We're all imperfect human beings. But if we know that we have a problem, it's easier to address. Remember, you can't work on something you don't know exists.
Yeah. So before you jump into somebody's life, figure out what your bad habits are. Okay. Tip number 2 is figure out your objective for dating. Okay. Like, call me old school, but the point of dating is to find somebody who is a good companion for marriage. My brother, my sister, you are a person of high value, respect, and dignity. And so you want somebody who's going to treat you the same. So, if you are ready to date with the mentality of, I'm going to find somebody who is good enough for me to marry. You want to add anything to that?
Nope,
No?
we're good.
Okay, well then on to tip number 3. What are you looking for in a potential mate? Like figure that out. Identify what your niche is. So I'm not talking about like the superficial stuff like how much muscles they have or how thick they are. How thick they are. or how skinny they are, how tall they are, how short. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm talking about like the things that make a relationship last. Their work ethic, how they treat other people when they're not being watched, right? How they treat their family, if their mom and dad are in their lives, how they treat their mom and dad, how they treat their co-workers, even how they talk about other people to you. See how they gossip. I'm not saying like don't have your spec, or have your spec. Like you have your spec, but let's be realistic here. There are certain things that are of value in a relationship, and there are certain things that really don't matter.
Yeah, that's true. All that will fade once we get older. That pretty face will go, that body will go. So it's important that we focus on the intangibles, the personality, the characteristics. Do they have self-control? Stuff like that.
You saying my pretty face is gonna go?
You'll still be pretty. You're the exception. You're the exception. Tip number 4. Learn from other people's experience. Look at everyone around you. Look at your family members and your friends. What's making their relationship thrive? And what's making it fail? Sit down, reason with them. Ask them questions. And so, you could learn. So when you're ready to start dating, then you're well equipped to know, what happens in those relationships. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
As they say, like, you know how they say experience is the best teacher?
Mm-hmm. And FYI, the relationships that I've seen that have lasted the longest and are filled with joy and happiness are Christians. So, if you happen to have a couple of Christian friends or family members, you can learn a lot from them. So, yeah. Tip number 5?
Okay. So, tip number 5. What the heck? Why are you drinking in my attempt to educate the people of the internet? Guys, keep in mind that every relationship has struggles and difficulties. I don't mean like the one where you're being emotionally and verbally and physically abused. Like, this is not no ride or die situation, because every time we're riding or dying, sometimes we're mostly dying. So, but I'm just like, we all have different cultural values, and don't we, Kumar?
Mm-hmm.
Like you and I, you're from Jamaica. I'm from Ghana. We grew up in different.
Oh, yeah,
where are you from?
I'm from Jamaica.
Oh boy, and we grew
born
up.
and grown. I think it's born and raised. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely born and raised. But that's besides the point. Like, no, I mean that is part of the point. But besides that,
it's not beside the point. We're in the point. We're in the fifth and final point.
But no, we all grew up from different households. Even if we're from the same cultural background, we all grew up in different households. We hold different values. We all have little quirks and things that the other might do that annoys the other. But just keep in mind that these are some of the things that will like cause some friction and conflict in your relationship. And conflict doesn't always mean something bad. Sometimes you need a conflict to act as a springboard to elevate your relationship. So don't think that it's all going to be super rosy and oh my gosh, I love you all the time. No, just be ready for the times that is really difficult and you're gonna have difficult conversations. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, Mom.
What the heck, dude? Put the cup some, man. That is not even no tea.
Well, it's cold by this point. But yeah, guys, you have any question or ask them? You have any question? Put it in the comment section, and we'll do our best to answer as much as we can. You know.
If you like this video, smash the like button, and if you want to see more of what we've got, subscribe to our channel.
That one was banging.